Om Swastiastu. Hi everyone. In this occasion, I would like to bring you material about perennialism philosophy as my final test of the subject educational philosophy. The first, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ciptarini and our lecturer, Dr. Siluh Nyoman Siryadi, SPD, MPD. Here, I will bring for a material. The first is what is that philosophy perennialism? The second is the history of perennials. The third is basic concept of perennialism's view. And the last is perennialism's view of education. The first is what is that perennials? The word perennialism comes from the word perennial, which is mean continuing throughout the whole year or lasting for a very long time. Perennials as a school in the philosophy of education that bases itself on belief that the true knowledge gained through space and time must form the foundations of one's education. Thus, the essence perennial philosophical belief is adhered to eternal values and norms. The second is the history of perennials. Perennials was born as a reaction of progressivism education in 20th century. Then, perennials against the progressivism, which is emphasized the changes and something new. And the solution offered is a way of going backwards by using the values or general principles that had become a solid view of life in ancient Greece and Middle Ages. The third is basic concept of perennials view. Perennials ontology. Perennials ontology consists of notions such as individual object, essence, incident, and substance. The second is perennials epistemology. Based on perennials, truth is a key to understanding the world. And the last is perennials axiology. Perennials axiology views value issues based on supernatural principles, namely accepting the truth universally, especially in humans' action and behavior. The fourth is perennials views of education. Perennials views of education is argues that the transfer of knowledge about absolute truth, knowledge is the final result or information when someone has seek the truth. Because basically every education is looking for data that valid in order to get the final goal, namely truth. Thus, the solution for cultivate a sense of enthusiasm for learning is to discipline yourself. There are four principles of perennials. First, truth that is universal and does not depend on person, places, and time. Second, good education involves seeking an understanding of the truth. Third, truth can be found in masterpieces. Fourth, education is a liberal activity to develop the reasoning of several figures' views of education. Alright, and here we are on the material of figures of perennials. There are three figures of perennials. The first is Plato. Based on Plato's opinion, humans naturally have three potential that are lust, will, and mind. Education should be oriented to the three potential and also to the community so that the needs that exist in the community can be met. The second is Aristoteles. Aristoteles is Plato's student. He considers the importance the character development, especially regarding the formation of habits at a low level of education. Because at this level, at a young age, it is necessary to instill awareness according to moral rules. The last is Thomas Aquinas. Based on his view that education is attracting or guiding abilities that are still sleeping to be active or real. Alright, and this one is the curriculum based on perennials. Educational curriculum centered on subject matter. The second is subject matter must be universal and timeless. The third is the subject matters must be mainly be directed to the formation of human rationality because that is the nature of human beings. Alright, here we are at the end of the presentation. That is summary. Perennials is a part of philosophy that believe the absolute truth comes from education. Perennials argues that the education should be based on past cultural values. Alright, that's all about my presentation today. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you understand about the material. Thank you for your attention and I would like to close this presentation with Paramasanti. Om Santi 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 Om.